Okay, this is Pete from Metalheadz, and I've got on the line WWE Superstar and lead singer of Fozzy, Chris Jericho. How's it going, man?
Oh, good, man. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm really good. Now, you're about to do a UK tour again. How much are you looking forward to doing that tour?
Oh, huge, man. Ever since we first came to the UK in 2004, it's been a second home for Fozzy. I mean, I think this is our 9th tour of the UK, so
Yeah.
whatever, the fans over in the UK are amazing, and they really look into the band, and so when we were getting ready to do some serious touring for Chasing the Grail, we definitely made sure that we wanted to do a nice, long, extensive tour of the UK, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, England. Yeah, we're excited, man.
Yeah, cool. And as you said, you're no stranger to the UK. You played Download in 2005. What was it like for you to play the Donington Festival?
Obviously, it was huge. It was one of the biggest gigs we'd ever had, and we were a little bit curious to see what kind of a reaction we would get. And as soon as I think it was Flogging Molly was finished,
yeah,
the crowd started chanting Fozzy, so we knew that they were ready for us, and that was a huge gig for us, like I said. And I think it was a real eye opener for us, and for us, it was like 20,000 odd people that checked us out. And
yeah, because
Frank
I mean, like with
Frank even gave us,
with the history with the history of it as well, Monsters of Rock and everything like that.
Yeah, totally.
Did it meet your expectations?
Yeah, of course, man. I mean, you see all of the great moments from Donington, and then Download now, but it did meet my expectations because, like I said, our job was to go out there and just to kick ass and to destroy and let everybody know who we were as a band. And Krang said that we were the pleasant surprise band of the day. So I mean, and to know that we kind of got that kind of accolades and took that kind of an award home, so to speak, was huge for us. So it was a great gig. It was a great time, and hopefully we get to play there again someday.
Yeah, it's cool. Now this tour is in promotion of what you said, the new album, Chasing the Grail. Can you tell me a bit about the album and what's the meaning behind Chasing the Grail?
Well, I mean, it took us 4 years to do the album the way we wanted it to. We had a lot of momentum from our third record, All That Remains, and we knew if we really delivered a great record with this, that we would be able to, turn get to the next level, which we did. It was our best selling record, cracked the Billboard charts in the States, and was #1 on Amazon in England. So, I mean, it really did kind of get to that next level, and critically acclaimed as well. So, and Chasing the Grail, I'd written a song called Grail, and we were looking for a title for the record. Actually, Rich Ward, our guitar player, came up with that idea, and that everybody has a grail that they're chasing, that they're searching for, whether it's not exactly, it doesn't have to be, a golden cup drank out of by Jesus. I mean, it could be, a person, a car, a job, a status in life.
So it's about achieving your dreams.
Yeah, achieving a dream, achieving a goal, achieving a certain status. So, and that's what we were looking to do too, as well, with this record. We wanted to chase the grail and get to the next level as a band. So
yeah,
it really fit everything we were trying to do, and kind of fit the whole concept of what the record was about.
As a band, Fozzy, then, is it important for you for people to go, oh, I really like this band, rather than it being sort of like, oh, that's Chris Jericho's band? Is that where you see Fozzy being?
Well, I mean, it's cool if people think it's Chris Jericho's band, because it is Chris Jericho's band, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But I think at this point in time, especially 11 years later, that the whole fact that I'm also a wrestler, I don't think it even matters. And we never promoted the band that way. We never sang songs about body slams and did a concert from inside the ring. It's got nothing to do with wrestling. Unfortunately, a lot of people couldn't get past that. Fortunately, over the last couple of years, especially with Grail, I think it's become a non-issue, as it should be. I think that's one of the reasons why the band has gotten to the next level, and why the band has gotten as big as we've got over the last 3 or 4 years, is because at this point people know, listen, this has a wrestler singing, but who really gives a shit? It's either good music or it's bad music, and this music is really kick-ass and really good. It's like, I don't care that Bruce Dickinson is a pilot. Do I know that he's a pilot? Yes. Do I care? Does he sing songs about airport lavatories and about...
No, that's that guy.
Exactly. Like, you don't care. When the music is on, you just want a good singer and a good song, and that's all that matters for Fozzy at this point as well. So it's been a long process, but I think any band that's been around for 11 years, making records regularly and touring regularly, there has to be something good about them, or else they would have given up a long time ago.
Yeah. Now I'm actually a big fan of Eddie Trunk's radio show, and I've heard the show where it's you, Axel, Sebastian, and Scotty, and I wonder if you'd tell me what that was like, because I would have loved to sort of been a fly on the wall for that one.
Yeah, it was funny. We were just sitting around. We always kind of get together with Eddie and just shoot the breeze. And me and Sebastian and Scott and Eddie were talking. And right in the middle of the broadcast, Sebastian got a text from Axl Rose, and one thing led to another. And Eddie called him, and then he invited him to come down to the studio. And Axl said that he would, but we didn't expect that. And about 20 minutes later, bingo, there he was. He showed up. So everyone was a little bit nervous at first, but then he just started. Actually, the question that broke the camel's back, if you remember, is when I asked him if he liked Priest or Maiden better, and he said he liked Priest better, but the first Maiden record was his favorite out of all of them. So that kind of broke the ice, and then suddenly he wasn't, Axl Rose, a heavy metal frontman, legendary guy. He was Axl Rose music fan, and that's kind of how it broke through, and we just started talking about music, just like a bunch of dudes would. So it was great, man. At the end of the night, he was actually really nice, and it kind of typical thing. You can only judge people on how they treat you, and he treated me with nothing but respect, and I thought he was a great guy.
Cool. I mean, did you hang out with him much afterwards? Is he much different to how people perceive him?
Yeah, no, I mean, we hung out afterwards, and we had a great time. I actually wrote a whole chapter about it in my new book that comes out, I think, in February. It was pretty interesting story overall. So yeah, we went and hung out, and he was cool, man. And like I said, it's one of those things where I think people sometimes get built up in a certain way, in a certain shape, and he wasn't that guy at all. He was really cool and very easy to get along with. We had a lot of fun.
Cool, man. Now, I'm 21, and I vividly remember growing up watching you on TV, and it was the same sort of time I was getting into rock music, and I was thinking today, do you think there's a link between wrestling and heavy metal? Because it certainly felt like that when I was growing up.
Well, I mean, it's something else. I mean, they're both very aggressive forms of entertainment. They're both very high energy, both very much contingent on the crowds that are at the shows. I mean, the energy that you get from the crowd kind of influences your performance. And for me, I've always been an entertainer. I've always been a showman. I've never worried about wrestling and music or acting. It's always been entertainment for me. So I think there is a lot of similarities between the character that I am in the WWE and the character that I am on stage with Fozzy. And you have to be a character. You have to, David Lee Roth on stage is not the David Lee Roth you're going to meet backstage, and that's the way it should be. I mean, there has to be a little bit of pomp and circumstance there, and so that's one of the reasons why I think we've gained a great reputation as a live act, because we bring a lot of energy, we bring a lot of positive vibes to the table, and we bring a lot of fun to the table, and we've always concentrated on that. The music is great, the music is heavy, it's tight, but in between the songs, we don't take ourselves seriously. We have a lot of fun, and we make sure that everyone else does too, and that reputation has become part of the Fozzy legend at this point, if you want to say that. It was part of the Fozzy attraction, part of the package.
I'm sure you've been asked this before, but how difficult is it to juggle, being in the WWE and being in Fozzy?
It's not difficult at all, because I've been doing this for as long as I can remember. I've been playing in bands since I was 12 years old, and recording music and recording demos long before I was ever in wrestling, and playing gigs and all that sort of stuff. And even when I started wrestling at 19, I still continued to play and record. So I didn't just wake up one day and go, I want to be a singer or a rock band. It's something that I've always done. It's part of who I am. And that's another reason why, like I said, why I think Fozzy's got the next level is people know this is real. They can feel the passion that we have for this. And it's not just some kind of a novelty. We're going to be here 10 years from now still making records, whether you like it or not. So is it hard to juggle? Yeah. Is it worthwhile? Absolutely. Could I live without it? No. Like I said, this is something I've been working on for 11 years now, and I will continue to do so because I love it. I love music. I love playing music. I know everything about music. I'm a fanatic, and it's something I've kind of almost was born to do. So it's a little bit tactic sometimes, but it's the way I like it.
Yeah. I know you're a big Iron Maiden fan. I am as well. I've got an Iron Maiden tattoo. What do you make of the new album?
I really like it, man. I mean, I'm so biased, so it's hard to say, but I think actually Yannick's songs in this record are some of the ones. I think that Talisman is amazing. I love that tune, and I think that Eldorado is great. I like Coming Home. So I think Adrian's Isle of Avalon are awesome songs. So for me, Maiden, it's like as long as they put out an album that has 4 great songs on it, I'm happy. And the rest of the album isn't bad either, but they're still putting out some quality stuff. And you know, as long as they can keep continuing to tour with it, I'm happy.
Yeah, and do you think there'll ever be Iron Maiden Fozzy tour or Priest Fozzy tour?
Oh, we'd love it, man. I mean, I'm great friends with Adrian Smith, and he's actually a big fan of Martyr No More. He loved our version of The Prisoner.
Yeah.
Halford's a great guy who always supports Fozzy. That's one cool thing after all these years of being such a big metal fan and having such a presence in the scene and being around so long. We have a lot of great, high-powered friends that dig the band. I mean, like Mike Portnoy played with us in New York this year, and
cool.
I just got a text from M. Shadows from Sevenfold telling me how much he likes the record, and Charlie Benanti likes the record, and all these different guys that I've met over the years. Zach's a big Fozzy fan, and so I mean, we'd love to tour with any of those guys. As a matter of fact, we couldn't do the Black Label tour that's going on right now. We were asked to do it, but we just couldn't make it work. But it doesn't mean we wouldn't do more stuff in the future. And we just like to play. We like to play, and we've got a certain level of energy that we bring to the stage. So if somebody wants to follow us, and then good luck to them.
Cool. What do you make of today's heavy metal scene? Do you follow many new bands at all?
Well, I think Avenged Sevenfold, I just mentioned, is one of the best bands I've heard in a long time. I think they're an amazing band. M. Shadows actually sings. The guitar work is tremendous. So that's my favorite new band. Which is funny because I think at first a lot of people kind of dogged on them because of the way they look, but they just look modern. You can't go out there looking like Motley Crue in 1985 because you look stupid.
That's right, yeah.
But they have a little emo look, but that's kind of what's going on nowadays. They're a great rock and roll band with great songs. So that's probably my favorite out of all the bands that have come out recently.
That's cool. And what is Fozzy going to be doing after this UK tour then?
Well, we do the UK tour, then we go over to France, and then got a couple weeks off, and we head to Canada, then we go over to Australia, and then we'll probably start working on a new record, I'd say early in the new year. Oh,
cool, man. So you're getting a new album, getting ready like quite soon then?
Yeah, I mean, we've already got some ideas, and we don't want to take, a long period of time in between records this time, which we did last time, because now the momentum is going, and the pendulum is kind of swinging in our favor. We want to keep that momentum and that that positive energy flowing. So I have about 14 ideas for songs, and Rich Ward is just an unbelievable songwriter. So
the Stuck Mojo stuff's great, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all great, and it all comes from him. So we're excited to get back and do some more work.
Cool, man. Well, just one last question then before I let you go, just because always been curious. What's Vince McMahon like in real life?
He's cool, man. I mean, he would hate me for saying that, but he's actually a really nice guy, and I enjoy working for him. So he's a Fozzy fan too. So
he's a Fozzy fan. That's cool.
He loves AC/DC and the Stones. Those are his favorite bands.
Oh, that's really cool, man. Well, Chris, cheers for doing this interview with me, and good luck with the tour.
All right, man.
Cool.
Talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.